Thank you very much, Syed Mahmood Nasir, for granting this interview to Politics and Development magazine for CDKN and Lead Pakistan. Sir, you attended the COP16. Kindly let me know that what was the outcome of the summit related to your expertise.
Okay. Well, I followed one component of the conference, that is REDD, reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation. That is directly related to forestry. And in this concept emerged as a result of the failure of the previous concept under the CDM for forestry. The main reason of the failure of the previous mechanism was that it was too complex to work. Now the modalities have been simplified, and there are simple components like avoiding deforestation, avoiding forest degradation, enhancement of carbon stock, sustainable forest management, and conservation of carbon stocks in existing forests. In nutshell, it is that we save forests, we manage forests properly. As a result of that, we increase the carbon stock in the forest, and we calculate that carbon stock, and we have a mechanism to distribute, to sell the carbon in the market or get funds for that carbon stock, and a mechanism to distribute that. Above all, it is going to be validated in a transparent manner, and it is to be equitably distributed. And resultantly, it is expected that forest cover, deforestation will decrease, the number of trees per acre in the existing forests will increase. This is the concept. Now, coming to COP16, we entered with high hopes that we will have a success in that, but after intensive negotiations where there were ups and downs, we finally reached an agreement which is in the shape of a component of the long-term cooperative agreement. REDD is there, and it's basically 2-3 pages, and there are certain activities to be undertaken by developing countries, and there are certain commitments of the developed countries for providing finances and technology to undertake those commitments. And those commitments are not, at the moment, not having any teeth that you will have it.
So then how we are going to save our forest?
We are going to save our forests when we have the commitment from our national governments. When we have our political will, but there was one time during the negotiations where it was appearing that due to the intransigence of two countries that it's going to fail. But still, when it was clear that it's going to fail, but still the hopes were very high, because the entire world is now, the entire scientific world, institutions, politicians, George Soros, the multilateral donors, the universities, they are all working towards developing REDD and implementing REDD in many countries of the world. There is 400 plus institutions were there with their side events, with their seminars on various aspects of REDD. So everybody knew, even if it fails in Cancun, REDD will not fail, because saving forests for our future generations is our prime responsibility, which is equally shared by the developed and developing countries.
So what is the current state of our forest? You are the IG Forest.
What do you mean by current state?
Like, in what state our forests are? What is their percentage? To what extent they have been destroyed? What is the rate of deforestation?
We can only quote published studies. There are many published studies, but those have been conducted by various institutions, and the data clearly shows that there is some sort of deforestation. The figures may vary. One study has been conducted by the Commonwealth Forestry Institute, the other is the FAO study, another one is the Pakistan Forest Institute study of 2004, then there is the
What these studies are telling?
They are all telling that there is deforestation. But one thing is there.
But what is the current cover of forest?
Well, let me please finish this thing. Then we can talk about the next question. That all the studies show certain figures about deforestation, but most of the time the provincial governments do not agree, because they claim that these studies were not taken on board while conducting these studies. But the point is, with what makes RED different from the previous studies is that the studies that will be conducted under RED, MRV, monitoring, reporting and verification, is a system which has to be transparent. Only if it is transparent, only then we will know that with the status of the forest, because there will be somebody who will pay for the carbon. It has to be validated by third party. The systems which we have for forest inventorying and surveys, they do not have a component of third party validation at the moment. Now you are talking about the state of the forest. The studies show that there has been a decrease in the natural forest since 2004. Between 1992 and 2004, I am quoting the Pakistan Forest Institute study. But there has been a tremendous increase of trees in the farmlands because of extensive approaches taken by provincial and federal governments in the farmlands. I remember when I was a young forester, when we used to take saplings to the farmers and supplying them for free, and the next day we would see that they would throw them in the wells or burn them, thinking that we are there to grasp their land. But today they are, because of extension services, they are ready to pay for those saplings. They are even raising their own nurseries. Some farmers are also raising their forest nurseries and selling saplings to the government and to other farmers. So this